Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby J back here. Got Yummy Cheese Man, Corey Allure. The boys are set. We're set. We just saw a fantastic game between Darksided and Love Decks. Overtime in multiple games. And then in the third game, it went all the way to the limit. About 5 minutes in overtime, boys.
Yeah, the complete limit shows just how good these teams are. But speaking of good teams, we have the match of the season for sure. Chiefs up against Darksided, the longest running rivalry.
Yeah, and this is Chiefs on form. We saw them yesterday. They're back. Jake managed to do some... I got nothing. Like, you look at his stats before, he's like 10% shooting. You're like, okay, Jake's going to just have his stats ruined for the entire season off that one-day performance. And then you're like, oh, yesterday happened.
Yeah, he basically broke every single record yesterday. The entire Chiefs roster up against Simple Physics scored 21 goals in 3 games. And it went from Jake having the lowest shot percentage of 10% all the way up to a 30.8% shot accuracy. Yeah. Just ridiculous.
He might be breaking records, but can he break Darksided? Because they've looked unstoppable so far in league play.
Except by Love Decks, of course, who just stopped them.
No, one game.
Yeah, I mean, one game, and we saw Simple Physics take them down. Maybe it's a bit of a curse of the lower seed teams, because now this is the longest standing rivalry. Darksided have everything to play for. Chiefs are looking for that #1 spot, but most importantly, they want to take down Darksided. They want to just win.
Oh, yeah, this is just history, right? You can't have the Chiefs losing to Darksided, losing to Jam, any of these historical teams that they've gone head-to-head for almost 2 years now.
The way the history has worked as well, Chiefs have taken Darksided down in like every finals, almost every competition so far.
Taking a look at the man up on the screen, Express. Is he the key for Darksided? What are their keys to victory over the Chiefs?
I think we saw in that last series Dumbo really step up. So we don't have to question Dumbo anymore. It is going to go down to Express and just how well, as an individual, he can just lift the team.
Yeah, and then on the other side, you have Chiefs. I think it's going to be, mechanically, not too much of an issue, because we saw yesterday they're all on fire. It's going to be about trust and whether or not they start getting in each other's rotations, because you can't afford to make those mistakes when Darksided are on.
That's what they did yesterday. They played really well as a team. They fit in as a perfect sort of jigsaw puzzle together, and even saw Jake push up quite a lot more. But I actually kind of disagree mechanically. I felt Drippe could have done a little bit more and did a little bit better. That's a scary thought, that maybe they could have got even more than 21 goals.
See, I just put that down to there wasn't enough time on the clock. Like, Jake was like, okay, I'm going to come forward and take the shots, and Drippe's like, yeah, sure, I'll be like over here.
Well, while you're going over there, mate, let's grab your predictions.
I'm going to go with Chiefs, and I'm going to go 2-1.
Yeah, I have to go with history here. Chiefs have won this every single time, so I'm going to go with Chiefs as well.
I am going to go with Darkside. The birds fly high.
Hey, we
Chiefs
were
are
right
going
about
down.
we already
won! The play-by-play curse. I believe in you, Darksider. Don't let me down. Birds are flying high. I reckon it's going to be a 3-0 sweep. 3-0 sweep.
Birds don't typically sweep, but we'll see.
But they swoop.
I think that's a tough prediction to make. I think this one's going to be a close series, and both of these teams, they're sort of really playing for that #1, #2 seed spot and the guaranteed $3,500.
Yeah, this is pretty much playing for second place, guaranteed. Because if you can pull the win here, it's almost impossible for you to drop out.
Well, we'll soon find out, but I think someone to take a look at is definitely Jake. You mentioned before that he's broken plenty of records. If they can't keep him down, I expect Chiefs are going to run rings around Darksided.
I don't know which Jake is going to show up today. I mean, he's across in the entirety of 2017, he was the player who stayed back. He was just a solid defensive player, maybe the best positional player. Now we're going to have to see if he keeps up 2 days in a row of being that aggressive one.
Yeah, as long as we see that Jake and not this Jake, I'm going to be a very, very happy man.
Which Jake are you talking about?
Hysterics.
Oh, okay.
Imagine if Chiefs came in and they brought in Hysterics onto the pitch. That would be disaster, but now we are going to see if Chiefs can continue their run.
Well, we'll see. As we kicked off Dumbo. He's already gone up, and that's put that down. But Shady, he goes a bit too low underneath the balls. Torsos, he's quick on there, but he gets demoed in the process as they've got the opportunity, Darksided, trying to clear this ball, but Jake He's going to swing and miss.
Not a good start for the Chiefs.
No. There's Torsos. He's left it up there for Drippe. That is just going to hit the crossbar, just like last game. Crossbars are getting hit.
Oh, there's 2 misses so far. And Drippe as well, the normal striker here for Chiefs, hits that crossbar. But that's not a terrible sign. You know, they're going to have a warm-up period in this match, a close chance from Darksided there. And as soon as they get warmed up, they're going to be hitting those shots.
Going about apple on the wing for the Chiefs. This is a good attempt for them. Torsos goes up for it. He's a bit underneath. That's the second time someone's gone underneath the ball for the Chiefs. Now it's Darksided bringing along their right-hand side wing. As Drippe waits, he spins around. Can't get the clearance. It's Jake there spinning around, doing some barrel rolls, looking for the ball. Flips for it. Now it's in front of the goal square. That's Torsos bringing it down. Jake, all you have to do is get to it. But the Darksided boys are there in defense.
3 misses so far for Jake. It is a complete turnaround from his record-breaking performance yesterday. He needs to pick this up. He needs to be the team captain that we know he can be for the Chiefs.
Torsos passes it along the center of the pitch. No one was there. The ball rolled completely to the other side. It's Torsos who scooped it up. He's trying to bring it back down. That's what he likes to do, getting underneath the ball, then bringing it back down from the top of the roof. And that's Drippe. No one was there in front of the goal.
It's been all aggression from Chiefs so far. They've not been stuck in defense once, and the demo from Jake opens up the net for Drippe. You know, you sort of had to get to that point where they'd missed a few shots, they'd hit the crossbar, just open up the net, make it so you get it along the ground.
Just being chaos so far. Let's see if it will continue. Plenty of time left on the clock for both of the teams. Darksided, they were down against Lovedex, and they went back when they were down 1-0. Let's see if they can do it up against the Chiefs. It's Torsos. He's going to say otherwise.
They are running rings. It doesn't matter the fact that they had been a little bit inaccurate because they've just been on attack the entire time. They've never been stuck on defense. Torsos coming through with pin perfect accuracy. They're on the pitch. It's pitch perfect.
It's a good movie, mate. Let's go. I love me some Hillary Duff.
Please don't sing on cast.
I won't. The viewers will just drop, all right? But one thing that's not going to drop is nothing. Don't worry. I butchered it.
They're not going to drop down this ladder. They're looking to go all the way to the top where they've been every season so far. They've been the ones to represent OCE on the world stage. They're the ones that came 5th at E-League, and now they want to go even better in 2018.
Good guy, Yummy with the save. Let's see if Darksided can save some goals, but they're not, because there goes Jay. He's hot.
Who would have thought Darksided would ever have a game that's running away from them this much? This is the longest standing rivalry. They're the team that were at the top of the ladder all season, and they're 3-0 in their first game.
I'm sorry for predicting you, Darksided. I've cursed you guys. I've cursed them.
Well, this is why we said we won as soon as you predicted them, because we know that, you know, you're just always going to be wrong.
Oh, yeah. That's what my mother says. That's what my mother says. All right, Darksided. Come on, you got to stand up. Don't make me wrong, please. There's Shady. It's a little bit slow to get to the ball. Torsos, you got to be careful him, because he's going to get there to the ball. He's got like glue on his tires. The ball doesn't leave him. There's Drippe, Jake. All those members from the Chiefs are down there. They can easily just sit back now, Yummy, and just defend.
You can see they're keeping their pace way up, and that is a disastrous miss. And Drippe gets another open net opportunity. You can kind of see Chiefs are keeping the pace up. They're putting Darksided through the paces, and they're not able to handle it.
Yeah, they're just waiting for Darksided to make a mistake and then just exploit it.
It's been very difficult for Darksided so far. Stuck in defense most of the game with only one real opportunity in attack.
There's Dumbo. Can he be the difference maker? He played well against Lovedex, but it's off to a shaky start for Darksided. But they still have 2 more games in the series. Let's see if they can dust off the cobwebs. But Jake, he's the man with the ball, leaves it there. Shady will be the one to take care of it up in the midfield. Push forward. That's a lot better from Darksided, keeping the pressure on. They just need to be careful of Torsos, because as soon as he gets that ball, he's going to be reckless. It's just down, halfway mark. Express needs to turn around, bring it up along the wall. He needs to be careful, because the Chiefs members will be looming, and that is Torsos who contests, and that leaves it up there for Jake to bring it along to the goal square. And then Drippe, he's waiting along the left-hand side for the ball, brings it along right in front of the goals. Express has to wait for it. Now he's dribbling it up. Shady's there along with him. Can they find their first goal? Jake will deny them.
No, it was a good opportunity, though, and great teamwork. There's still a pass going, but Darksided need to step it up. We talked about it. Express needs to be the player of 2018 if they want to be able to take down a team like the Chiefs.
Yeah, he hasn't shown up this game at all, but there's still 2 left to do so. So hopefully, for their sake, this is not going to affect them. Maybe they can get a goal, feel a little bit good about themselves as the ball goes around towards the mid area, but it's back into the Chiefs' half. Jake can easily clear this one. Good touch. Can't. Oh, the Darksided missed that. Jake could get the second. It's going to be over there for Torsos, and he loves taking it off the wall, but he can't center it this time.
Well, and Chiefs have just run away with this game. The series of the season might just become the bloodbath of the season, and there's blood all over the pitch.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what a game coming out from the Chiefs, completely shutting out Darksided.
They might even find a 5th because they're struggling to get the ball out there. Oh, it's Express.
They
it's
failed.
Express.
They failed to Darksided, so that is at least a good sign for the team that lost this game. And right now, Chiefs are playing for that #1 spot. So are Darksided, and Chiefs are making a huge statement coming in. They have a chance against the other team playing for the #1 spot later, Legacy. And if they could 6-0 today, then that's going to be a huge statement, not just for this competition, but for the RLCS World Championship coming up.
Yeah, because on the first weekend, they were off to a rough start of league play. So turning things completely around and making an example out of Darksided.
Yeah, and that's why you don't ever put Chiefs on the back foot. You don't make them lose games, because the week after they came back, they streamed every single day. They went and played this tournament yesterday, and then as soon as the tournament was over, they were screaming Tainted Minds all evening to get back up, and they're just crushing it. They're just putting in the work, and hard work always pays off.
We saw Chiefs yesterday, when they started to get that ball rolling like a snowball effect, no other team could keep up. Would Darksided be a team to keep up, or do you see this one going away?
What was difficult there was that Chiefs were playing just really fast.
Yep.
You saw a couple of times they were getting in each other's way, but it's because they were always at supersonic.
Yep.
And it meant that they were always just beating Darksided to the ball. Darksided never was able to get like 2 or 3 consecutive touches, and that's what they're used to getting if they want to get a goal.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter how structured Darksided is, Chiefs are running rings around them, and Darksided need to bring it out in game #2, speed it up, and see if they can outpace the Chiefs.
And who do they need to stop from the Chiefs? Like someone like Torsos taking the ball up the wing?
That's the problem with the Chiefs, is that you have to stop all 3 of them. There's not a really weak player. They're all 3 mechanical gods at all different sides of the pitch. They're all great at defense. They all have perfect aerials. They're all good at dribbling. So if you shut down one player, the other 2 will pick it up.
It's like a 3-headed Hydra.
Yes.
Cut off one, there's still the other 2 that are going to be snapping at you. So here we go. Darksided. Let's see if they can stand up and bring it to the Chiefs. It was a rough first game, going down 4-1. And now Chiefs, they're going to have to deal with the ball in their half. Jake and Torsos just waiting for it. He's going to leave it there for Jake, but Express, he sees that the ball's just rolling slowly. He'll get another touch. It's bouncing over. Drippe can easily deal with that. Not a lot of pace on the ball. It's along the left-hand side of the pitch. But Darksided doing all right so far. They've kept it in Chiefs' half.
This is still good. There's some opportunities.
Ooh.
And the big shot from Express. A pass across from Dumbo. And this is the turnaround we wanted.
Yeah, and when Darksided versus Lovedex earlier, when Darksided scored first, they were able to win the game. So it's all about them keeping momentum.
That is a big turnaround from a game where they almost had no opportunities to one where they got 2 within the first 30 seconds and actually scored. That was very difficult to defend. Like, even Chiefs couldn't defend it.
Let's see if they can defend now. Darksided, can you follow up? Will the Chiefs be hunting for that goal? That could open up things in the Chiefs' line of defense if they're going to now be forced to use the offense.
Yeah, it's a big turnaround for the Chiefs, who were in attack all last game, and now trying to figure out those defensive rotations.
Ball up there. Not going to get anything from that one. Darksided, it's Torsos just rolling around with the ball. Him and Express both looking at it. Oh, Chiefs. They were getting very close to Jake. Oh, there's enough bodies in the way. As Dumbo takes it up. It's going to go along there. He's going to need another touch. I guess Drippe in his way, but Express waits at the halfway mark. Jake does the exact same, mirroring each other at the moment. Shady brings it along, looking for that second touch, but Drippe, he doesn't even worry about the ball. He goes straight for the man. Ball goes off the crossbar. Torsos needs to look for the clearance. Can't see the ball. There it is, going up. Dumbo, he's going to wait the halfway mark as well, giving an opportunity to Shady. Now it's over there. Dumbo, can you bring it back for your team? Who's there? It's Express, but that one's going to veer off to the left.
This is what's separating Darksided, a top team in the competition, from those other amazing mechanical teams. They're able to adapt. They're able to change up their play style, and it's completely turned around this series.
Looking pretty good indeed, Yummy. It's Darksided. You got plenty of room here, Dumbo, to work with, but Torsos just waits and he sneaks the ball away, but Shady was right there to do the same. And an open goal, Shady makes it 2-0.
Right, Darksided have brought this back. They're soaring through the air. Dumbo just faking out the defense, and it opens up the net for Shady.
Yeah, don't really see that from the Chiefs getting faked out. He just allowed Drippe to come to him, hits the ball over all the way there for Shady just to hit it to the open goal.
Up against Darksided, you can't expect them to, fake or miss the ball. They're always going to think, okay, they'll be consistent, they'll be solid, and that's what took out the Chiefs.
Still 2 minutes, 30 seconds. That's half of the time left. Can Chiefs get 2 goals? They're down at the moment, but there's still plenty of fuel left in the tank as Torsos trying to bring the ball forward, but Express waits for there. Maybe Darksided have some gust underneath the wings. Let's see how far they can flap with this scoreline. The ball is still in the defensive half of the Chiefs, with Drippe trying to push it out, but no one from Darksided is giving him any room to move. Express doing the same. They're contesting Torsos now every time he's getting to the ball.
And Darksided were looking to make the exact same play as they did earlier, but this time Chiefs know about it. They went and he intercepted it. And this is going to be an interesting Game 3 if Darksided win this one.
There goes Jake, and every time we think something's going to slow down in this game, someone's taking another shot at the goal.
And it's just Drippe up against the roof. Jake winning out the dunk on top of Express. This is what Chiefs are known for. They get in attack, they hit it into weird angles, they get it into interesting places, and then they finish it off.
Torsos, that's a good start for him. He pushes out the ball and he almost leaves it there
Where's
for the
Jake came
take.
from? He was like off the roof from halfway down the pitch.
Drippe, he can't get it. He'll just claim the boost instead. Jake, he sets it up for Torsos. He's going to have a touch, but that's uncharacteristic
No,
of
that
him.
was brilliant by Shady, just getting in the way and just getting the clear out.
Well, there's a demo. Jake's going to be out of the goal square. Dumbo, can he take a shot? They have enough members now. They got the respawn. 3 members now. Now they bring it forward. Now they put it and bring it to Darksided. And it's just waiting there at the goal square, but Torsos misses it. Can anyone else from the Chiefs scoop it up? Everyone's getting back in defense for Darksided. That was very close.
The tension's coming back. Darksided are starting to get pinned in their back half, and it's causing them to start making a few of those mistakes.
Yeah.
This could be an open opportunity for Chiefs.
Less than 1 minute to go. It's do or die. 1 goal separates the two. Darksided started off 2-0, but Chiefs are coming back and putting the pressure on them. As Darksided, they've claimed the ball. Can Express bring it up the other side, but Torsos comes through with a much-needed touch. Ball up in the air. Torsos brings it back across. Shady waits for it, but he's just going to miss it. He'll leave it for Express. Now Shady tries to get himself in a position, but he fakes out, leaves it there for Shady. He just needs to beat Jake, but he will push it off to the side to be careful.
Every single second matters right here. If Chiefs can't open up this defense and break the tank that is Darksided's defense, they aren't going to win this game.
Oh, from downtown.
Why do I
Shady
keep
gets-
talking about the Chiefs? They just scored, turned it around. Darksided have taken out the lead. They've taken out this game.
Man.
And they're doing me proud, because I said coming into this that this would be the series of the season, and
Yeah.
I was worried in Game 1.
Yeah, Darksided has been fantastic. Even with Love Decks going to overtime and now 2 goals up on the Chiefs, 3-1 in Game 2, having a game apiece, and this is going to make things very exciting for Game number 3.
It's just there being the difference in attack coming from Darksided. A bit of a change up. There's a bit more passing going on, a bit more synergy coming through from Darksided, and if you looked at those passes,
Yep.
they were absolute bangers. They were so fast. They just lasered across the pitch, and it was so hard to intercept. And that's how Darksided are looking to set up. They're not getting a lot of shots. It's more about big opportunities.
I felt that they weren't giving Chiefs room to move. Usually we see Chiefs passing up from the defense through the midfield and beautiful touches. This time around, they were contesting the ball.
It's so rare to be able to shut down the Chiefs. You saw that Darksided really picked up the speed in that game, and it worked out because Chiefs weren't running over it. They weren't getting those opportunities, like you said.
At least the Chiefs now get time to reset. Going to clean the slate, 0-0. What do you think is going to change? What's going to be going on in the mind of the Chiefs?
Oh, for Chiefs, they're not going to want to lose. They're going to be desperation mode. You never want to back Chiefs into a corner.
Yep.
They're the team that will just win just to spite you.
Like a cobra, like when you back up a cobra and it just launches at you.
Chiefs are going to want to pick up the pace, but they're also going to want to just control the midfield a lot more. Chances are that they don't need to play too fast as well. We saw earlier on when Jake was trying to overdo it and he was missing a few. They just need to play consistently, hold that forward, get some good rotations, and I literally just said every single Rocket League word in the book.
That's all right. You probably wrote. Did you write the book?
Really what I need to say is they just got to play well. Bam.
Well, let's find out. Game number 3. Let's see what your votes are. You can vote now right over in the Twitch overlay. Let's see who you think, Darksided or Chiefs. It is down the line at the moment, 1 game apiece. As Darksided had a good game against Chiefs in game number 2. Let's see if they can do the same, Yummy.
I think it is going to be a much closer game. Don't be surprised if there is a big overtime again in this series, as both teams are holding it really close.
Chiefs hold the poll at the moment, Yummy, 69%. So the public are agreeing with you and Korea. Have your side.
Chiefs are a big international favorite.
Yeah, that they are. A big team indeed. Let's see if they can take this win against Darksided. The ball just in the half of the defensive side of Darksiders. Express brings it along the midfield, but Torso's having none of that. He's got Drippe there, leaving it for him. Good touch, but that's unfortunate, and that's going to be a good strike for Shady. Can he find anyone? They're both going to bump into the ball. That's a good demo from Dumbo onto Torsos, taking out the playmaker, but Jake and Drippe able to take the ball up the other side of the pitch. Shady comes swinging across to deny anything being going into the goal square, but Torsos goes up a bit too high in the air though.
Yeah, they've been going a little bit too fast, getting into each other's way, which is not what you normally see from the Chiefs. Only one of the most team-based players out there.
Now Chiefs slowing down with the ball, but they've allowed Shady to get to it. Jake will go up for it, but they have Dumbo. He's going to chip it across exactly to the other side, and that'll be Shady waiting for it, but there's no one there to hit it to. And Jake gets the demo, and Shady was caught out. Now Torsos, this is the dangerous spot when he sets someone up, but they know that Dumbo got up high for it. Now Express doing the exact same. Dumbo's looking for it, going to allow the ball to come down, he's going to push it forward, but Torsos swoops in, takes the ball away.
It's all come down to this game, and it's still staying at 0 apiece. Remember, whoever wins this game are putting themselves in a fantastic position to take out the #1 seed and guarantee themselves a top 2 placement in the Gauntlet Finals.
Bouncing the ball off the wall at the moment. Chiefs getting themselves into a position, but now Shady, he recognizes that, trying to take the ball away from his defensive half. Express getting up higher for it. Now he can try and dribble it, but there's too many Chiefs members there. Jake will take him out. Now they've got an opportunity to push forward and get something out of this as it goes off the backboard. Jake, he's going to be out of position a little bit, but don't worry. Drippe's there waiting for the ball, and it's slowed back down for the Chiefs.
Yeah, Drippe is just going to be following this one up, securing the midfield and looking to push that forward. I don't think either team is really going to be taking a huge risk, and more going to be waiting till someone makes a mistake.
Especially as the time ticks down, because there's less time to get a goal back.
It's going to be tough. Whoever gets this next goal is very likely to win out, not just the game, but the entire match.
The ball is in the Chiefs' half. Shady is going to go for the contest, but he will miss it. But Express will get a touch. Now Shady goes up, but Torsos with a good save. He's still in the position to do another one. He's trying to pass it along the goal square. Drippe misses it. It goes along to the other side. Now Torsos along the right-hand side wing. goes up with it. Here's a little, no, he does get enough boost, and that's going to set up, but not enough on it. Express can clear.
What was important is that Torsos was able to find some boost. Darksided doing great work, holding out the boost, starving them, and Torsos built enough time. This should be the opportunity, and Shady is taking the lead for Darksided.
Yeah, and they had that boost. They got the demo. Now we're having a look at the replay here, Yummy. Jake couldn't get a hold of it. There was someone else swinging behind him.
Yeah, getting that behind Jake was really difficult, but Dumbo, he's great on the ground. He's a great ones player, and he snuck that past the Chiefs defense.
Shady, now he's put the ball already in the Chiefs' half again. Darksided, they might just want to keep the pressure on to stop Chiefs getting into their half as Express hits the ball, stops the pass. Dumbo, that's an open goal!
Darksided have turned the series on its head from a game one where it was 4-1 to the Chiefs, where Darksided had 2 opportunities the entire game. Now Darksided are shutting down the team of 2017, the 4-time throwdown champions themselves, Chiefs.
Guess what? I might not be wrong after all. I might not be wrong.
I hate my life.
Oh, maybe Chiefs will be feeling the same way, mate. They've got less than a minute to get 2 goals, but we have seen some crazy things. If anyone to pull out a miracle, it's definitely the Chiefs. As Jake, he's going to rush back there. The Torsos, he's the one on defense at the moment, but Shady, he's going to keep the ball in the Chiefs' half, and that's going to go up along the crossbar. There's all 3 members back for the Chiefs. They need to get this ball out up the other end. There's only about 30 seconds left. It's do or die for the Chiefs.
Yeah, and it's looking like it will be a dark-sided run through, as they've just 2-1 both of their games. Not huge victories so far, and there's only 18 seconds left from the Chiefs. Honestly, I've seen Chiefs do bigger comebacks than this. I've seen a 4-0 comeback with like 30 seconds from the Chiefs.
Really?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
You have to send me that clip. That's not going to happen this time around as time ticks down, and Darksided just going to mess around with the ball. Fantastic effort on their part, taking the series 2-1. But, you know, it's a series of 3, so that game from the Chiefs will definitely count as something.
A big day for Darksided, not as big as it could have been with them getting 2 2-1s, but that's put them in a great position to make it through as that #1 seed that they were looking for, to be the team that really proves that they can go to the OCE Championship.
Yeah.
The question is now for Darksided, they have to watch Legacy playing throughout the rest of the day, because that's who they're really contending with.
Yeah.
And Chiefs are almost out of contention for taking that #1 seed.
You got Corio.
That'd be scary, right? Chiefs may not make it.
Yeah, there's still a potential for them to not make the finals.
Yeah, that's a scary thing, especially for the guys. They were on pretty fine form. It's just the Darksided were machines. I spent most of that game not actually taking notes and just enjoying the gameplay, because it was expected to be just such a fantastic match.
Yeah, the advantage of the Chiefs have is that they do have some solid wins over their competition, but their loss against Love Decks at the beginning of the entire tournament might have set the precedent today for them to not make it if they get 3-0'd in the next one.
Ooh, that's going to...
Of course, if they get one game, they're through, but
Yeah.
you know, like it's touch and go.
Yeah, that was Darksided denying them. They're off to a flying start today. Good performance against Love Decks, so they're all nice, warmed up, ready to go up against the Chiefs. But I thought it was going to be the Chiefs taking out game #1. They look pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm very surprised the Chiefs didn't end up taking out today. I mean, we both betted on the Chiefs coming through in the end, but I guess the darksiding continues on, going through the rest of the tournament.
Well, they've looked like a scary team, and as we've been talking about, this is a competition about getting that practice in, getting ready for the OC Championship, and sort of showing yourself to the world. Well, Darksided had just showed that they're a team that could take down the Chiefs, could go international, and have some big performances.
They've taken the #1 seed now, yeah? Top of the gauntlet.
Oh, they've just
for
been,
now.
They've been
For now.
sitting at the top for a while now,
Yeah.
and they're just slowly edging out a larger gap.
Yep, we'll find out what's going to happen next. After the break, we have more action coming your way with the OCE Open League Day #4. Don't go anywhere.